Hey YouTube, it's Rebecca, and I'm back with the next chapter from A Game of Thrones, Catelyn. And what happens this chapter is Catelyn and her escort, Sir Roderick, land in King's Landing. That was a really redundant sentence with the word land appearing a couple times. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, first of all, Sir Roderick is actually like Sir Roderick, but that's just to be different. So, from what I can tell, he's kind of like a knight. And also, he's her escort, not in the code word for prostitute way. He's her escort in the I'm going to prevent highwaymen from killing you with swords kind of way. So they land because Catelyn has the knife. Because if you remember, the guy who was trying to kill Bran put a knife against her throat and she pulled it away. By the way, she severely screwed up her left hand. Left hand. This is my left, I promise. I've been working on this all week. I can't tell my right from my left. It's a severe, debilitating problem. Like, turn left. No, Rebecca, your other left. I'm sorry, I'm a kindergartner. Anyway, tangenting. I need to focus. So Catelyn's left hand is all screwed up because she grabbed the knife away. Anyway, so this knife is, like, really good, and so that's how they knew it was the Lannisters, because it had to be a noble house, and really what other noble house wants to kill the Starks, because they're the Lancasters and the Yorks. Anyway, so Sir Roderick goes off to find someone who will identify it for them because he just shaved his beard and no one's seen him without it for 40 years, so no one will recognize him. And Catelyn's like, good plan, I'm gonna stay in this dingy inn. And she says it with an earshot of like a bazillion people, and so one of them goes out and rats on her for money, and these two men show up at her hotel while Sir Roderick is away trying to find someone to identify the knife. And their names are Littlefinger and Lord Varys. Lord Varys, I'm right. I was right! I probably mispronounced it, but that's okay, because I was right. Anyway, Littlefinger. Littlefinger is this guy who is pretty much in love with her. He was like crushing on her, and then she got engaged to Brandon Stark. Littlefinger challenged Brandon, and Brandon Stark is Ned's older brother, challenged Brandon to a duel. Brandon scarred him and sent him sort of running. Brandon died. Littlefinger sent Catelyn a letter that's like, I love you, baby, marry me, and she burned it without reading it. She was like, I don't even want to know, I'm gonna marry Ned anyway, so it's like, whatever. And so then she and Ned got married, and Littlefinger's like, dang, now she's married, I can't even go hit on her anymore. It's sad. So he shows up with the other guy. The other guy, Lord Varys, is the King Spider, which is what I'm gonna refer to him as. And from what I can tell, that means he's like the spy master, except he's not the spy master in the sort of creepy, jovial, oh, I know everything kind of way. He's a spy master in the creepy, I know what you did last summer kind of way. Yeah, he freaks me out. They called him a eunuch. I don't know what that means, so if someone does, please leave me a comment in the comment box. I've seen the word in Tamora Pierce novels, but I thought it meant a mute, except he can talk, so I'm just like, yeah. Anyway, they identify the weapon, who owns it, after they sort of dilly-dally around the point for a little bit. Littlefinger is completely useless, because he's like, who's Sir Roderick? What dagger are we talking about? And the spider's like, Sir Roderick is at another inn drinking, and show me the dagger so I can identify it. And she's like, how do you know everything? He's like, I know what you did last summer. Anyway, so they identify the dagger, and it was originally Littlefinger's, but he like bet on some tournament, and he gave it away to the imp, Tyrion Lannister. And I'm like, okay, how did Cersei and Jaime get their hands on Tyrion's knife? Because Tyrion seems like a good guy. He's not gonna go about killing people like a lunatic, or employing people to kill people like a lunatic. So, I'm pretty sure it's Jaime or Cersei is the problem. Yeah. Now, before I sign off, I'm sorry for the length between updates. My grandparents come to town. They live in the Midwest, and I live on the eastern seaboard, so I never really see them. The Appalachians are just too tall. Anyway, so I was hanging out with them until school started up again, and then all of my teachers went, exam, study, and I'm like, and so this is the first night that my grandparents haven't been here. I haven't had to do homework for 24 hours, and I haven't had swim class. So for the next couple of days, weeks, until like the 16th-ish, I'm going to be going through exam week, and I'm a high school freshman. Fresh meat, I know. So I've never gone through exam week before, so I'm kind of freaking out about it. Me and all my friends are like, oh my god, we're all gonna die. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to be updating as much. I'm hoping to get one update in during exam week, but it will probably be with my hair sticking straight upright from my hands running through it, and you'll see me like scribbling the answers to a math problem on the board or on like the wall beside me, and I'll be like, well, people did things, and then, yeah, so I've been talking for like 5 minutes and 45 seconds now. 48. But anyway. So, I should probably be signing off, going to bed, all that stuff. I'm kidding. It's way too early for me to go to bed. Anyway, the next chapter is called John. And even though we started off with so much promise to be the Zuko of this, Avatar: The Last Airbender reference, what? He's like turning into this little whiny sack of emo-ness. And I'm just like... The good thing is we'll be able to see Tyrion, and I'll be able to see if I've completely misjudged him for being a psycho murderer. I'm pretty sure I haven't, because all my friends are like, Tyrion, heart signs! And I'm like, you wouldn't love a murderer, so I'm pretty sure it's Cersei and Jaime. So stay tuned. I will be back, hopefully before exam week's over, but probably not. But yeah, stay tuned. Be there.